that wasn't supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't my intention. My intentions was to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? Just get her up off of me to protect myself. But that wasn't supposed to happen. Yes, I was. I was on papers for 4 months. I don't know how that happened. Apparently, they said, they kept on saying a couple times it was because of my behavior. Because I guess when you go to juvenile, you get reviews or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they literally like took a person. They took me way out of my comfort zone. Like way out of my comfort zone to where I had, at this point when I went there, I had no access to my mind. None. Once a week visits, maybe every 3 months, every 6 months, like, and it's like there it's a whole totally different background from being down there. You around probably about, let me see. It was we had 4 units of girls. And each unit had like 2 sides with 12 rooms, and probably they was basically dorms. So on the way there, this is my first time ever smoking a cigarette. On my way there. On the way there. On one of the guards. On the way there. He was like, you know what I'm saying? He was cool. He was a black dude. He was like, man, I've been following your story. You know what I'm saying? Ever since it started or whatever. He was like, you cool. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you cool. Or whatever. He was like, you know what I'm saying? Because I smoke weed or whatever. So that wasn't no motherfucker. You know, he couldn't give me no weed. He like, I got a cigarette. You want to smoke a cigarette? And I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I smoke a cigarette.
That's what we do. At the end of the day.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then when I got there, man, I walked in them gates. You go through some gates, and then you went through a building. But then when you go through that building, you walking into a whole compound. Like, it was huge. Period. That's literally how I felt. Welcome home. Exactly. That part too. Just like, who am I ready? Let's go. I mean, mad as well. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you walk down this long sidewalk. It's like this long hill. You passing all these buildings, and they like, well, this is such and such. This is a school. This is the cafeteria. Like, so I'm like, well, it ain't too bad, because usually when you see stuff on TV, it's like you confined constantly. But you had to go outside to get to the school. You had to go outside to get to the cafeteria. You had to go outside to get to the rec room. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that. You know what I mean? And they put me on intake. And I was supposed to be on intake for 21 days. That didn't happen.
How long were you on intake?
I was on intake for probably like 3 days.
Okay.
Because it was the very first time I was able to talk to my mom while I was there. And while I'm talking to my mom on the phone. Now, mind you, this is my first time ever being in jail. Okay. So I don't know jail lingo. You know what I mean? I just hear somebody like phone check. But I'm still talking to my mom. I don't know what. I hear it. You know what I'm saying, in my background. But I don't know what they talking about. And I don't know what they talking about. So I hear it like 3-4 times, and all of a sudden I just see somebody walk up and they just click the phone, like click. And I'm like, Connie, like my mom, wait a minute.
So what happened?
I think I felt myself stepping outside myself. And then that's when somebody else stepped in and took over the whole situation. And all I know is they like, pack your stuff. We moving you to the older aggressive unit with the rest of these crazy motherfuckers. All right, let's go then. And come to find out, you know.
Damn it.
She was alright. It took a couple days, but she was good. She was okay. She had about 3 stitches at the forehead because I took the receiver, you know.
Damn it.
Phone check this bitch. Here you go.
Damn it.
Here's your phone check. Sorry, but not sorry. Because you don't hang up on my mama. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah. You could have told, why you just didn't tell me the rules instead of being all aggressive? But they want to make me aggressive. You aggressive. You could have told me the rules.
You just got there.
And I just got there. I was only there for 3 days. And the girl did. You could have told, somebody could have told me the rules. I was not crazy.
That's rough. That's a, hey man, that's a rough, man. That's rough. That's rough. Hey. Okay.
Then they move me over here with these crazies. I'm over here with people done killed their babies. People done killed their mamas. People done set bombs up under their parents' beds. And they done put me over here with them.
Okay.
But I can say this. Even though I was there and it was a bad situation that led me there or whatever, it wasn't always bad times there. It was I met some good people there, you know what I'm saying? And I met a couple of good friends there. I still talk to a couple of the staff there and stuff. It was just because at one point I had to get it in my mind, like probably after I was there for it took me about 18 months. Honestly, to really get it, like, you need to, like, really, like, stop what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep fighting. You can't keep, because, I was fighting. That's when I just really took off. Like, I literally took off. It wasn't no stopping me. And it wasn't I didn't argue or none of that. If I wanted to fight you, I'm fighting. You wouldn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sneaking people. I come at you face to face, but I'm coming at you with a punch.
You was just fighting. Give me an example of what you was fighting about.
It can mean anything. You look at me stupid, we fighting. So why you looking at me? You got a problem? You must have a problem.
So you was fighting.
It would be anything, fighting. I was just always fighting. And it started out, I was always fighting because every time I fought, I knew they would put me in my room. And I didn't care about being in my room because I was by myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be around nobody. Then when they realized I liked that, I would do some shit and they'll put me at a table by my door and still have me out there looking at everybody. So I just end up fighting and they'll put me in isolation for a couple days. And I'd be cool with that. So
okay.
They did it. After a while, I just got to a point where I was just like, man, let me just chill out because I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
Mad. I can understand.
Oh yeah, I was mad. I was
like, damn it.
I was the most maddest person there.
Yeah, you didn't mean for this to happen, and it's just going. It's all out.
And then on top of that, they just kept on saying like they just kept on saying like you don't care, and like, you know what I'm saying, I was going to therapy because they was making this. They was like, I wasn't showing remorse enough. Like, what y'all want me to do? Like, I didn't understand what they was looking for. You know what I'm saying? To this one chick, she pulled me to a side. She had been there for a while. She pulled me to a side. She was like, look, this is when things really started to change, because she took me under her wing. She just told me like, look, man, like, for you to really get up out of here, man, you need to give these people what they want. You know what I'm saying? You really gotta play the system. Get them what they want so you can get up out of here as fast as you can. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they waiting on. So it's like I had to start going to counseling and all this stuff, and then it got to a point where I'm having to, a lot of these people talking about I'm having dreams about this girl and all this stuff, and then once the reports start getting better and stuff like that, and my behavior start getting better, they still didn't let me out for they still did, like I was supposed to get out at basically at 21. Like they let me out like 4 months before I turned 21. So like, what the fuck? Like y'all, at that point I was cool. Y'all should have just kept me there them 4 months.
Right, you were gonna get out anyway.
You know what I'm saying? And then I get out, the 4 months I'm out and I'm on parole. Like, what the fuck? Y'all should have just kept me in these last 4 months and let me clean the fuck up out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But it took a lot. Like, it took a whole lot. I went through, like, man, listen. It got to the point where it got so bad, I would have my friends call my mama. And my mama just knew just to go the fuck off. And she'd call up there and go off on them, and they'd come in there like, all right, you can get out now. Yeah, because my mama done called up here and cussed y'all out. So y'all got me in here for nothing. But I done did something, but it was like you had to learn how to play the system to the best of your ability just to survive in there. It wasn't just that stuff, like, it's real life. Especially as kids. I was in there with, it was also boys in there. It was this boy in there. He was like 9 years old. He was in there for, he was in there for trying to kill his grandma. Like, we was in there with the dude. See, they had, it was just so crazy up there. Like, it was certain things. You had staff messing with some of the girls. Like, that shit was just real life in there. Real life. At that time, it was, I don't know how it is now. But then it was, that's what was going down in there. Huh?
In the juvenile facility.
Probably. Huh?
In the juvenile facility.
Oh, yeah, in the juvenile facility. It was going down. It was going down to the point where I would see stuff. Like I said, I usually just stayed to myself. I did have friends in there, but I still used to sit back and observe. I was like, I had a one staff. I had that nigga so up under my thumb, it was ridiculous.
Tell me
I wasn't never eating dinner when he worked. Not from that cafeteria. I'm eating chicken wings. Cause hey, I seen y'all. I'm gonna need me some Bath and Body Works, some Victoria's Secrets. I'm gonna need all this, my nigga. Yeah. That's how we gonna do this.